Welcome back to another video. Bradford have announced their first summer signing of this window. It's Frank Oduor. It looks like the type of profile of player we need in that left back, left wing back, left wing even position. I think he's played on the right at Barnsley. Very versatile, and it's something that Ryan Spark and Mark Hughes have said in these last couple of weeks that we need a leaner, meaner squad. We need a flexible squad. He's a dynamic player. All those things have been coming out, so it's left me thinking, are we going to be playing a three at the back next season, maybe with him as left wing back, and it gives us different options. It is something that I think we do want to be trying next season, to be more adaptable in game and to play different formations, because last season we did look a bit too predictable with a 4-2-3-1. When we played with a diamond, we didn't look as fluid as we should have been. So I think it's something we've looked at, having a trimmed down squad, but a squad of players that can play numerous positions and can play it a bit better as well. And I think that's one of the reasons why we've looking to re-sign Alex Gilliard. But if you do like this video, please do. Great support in that last video, but it does go to show as well from that last video that these in the know accounts don't know an awful lot when I hadn't even seen Frank Oduor's name being linked anywhere. One thing I have seen a lot from his academy games at Leeds and playing a bit at Barnsley is that he does like to come inside a lot, even when he's playing at left back, which can be a bit dangerous at League 2 level, because you can be left a bit open if you're doing that. But the club scouts, Mark Hughes, Stephen Gent and everyone behind the club has looked at something and seen something in him, and that's something that's been levelled at him throughout his career, that he has got potential and he is a highly thought of prospect player, whether that were at Leeds or Barnsley, and obviously Barnsley saw something in him. He scored a winning goal for Barnsley to keep them in the Championship. I think that was when it were behind closed doors, a last minute winner. It was a tap-in, but it was a very important goal and it will be remembered by Barnsley fans. He went to Hartlepool last season but it didn't quite kick on. He only played 14 games, scored once against Swindon, but from that spell what you did see was a player who wants to get forward, a player with pace and trickery. He did get 2 assists I think as well, with only 5 starts, so it does look like a good player in the type of profile that we want, but it's whether he can defend and whether he's actually at the level. Because it's one thing ticking the boxes, but whether you can do it at the level and whether you can cope with the expectation of playing with Bradford City. Got a 3-year contract as well, which is quite a big contract for a player of his age and someone who isn't quite proven, to be honest. But I don't want to write him off. I'm sure he's going to be a fantastic player for us. We'll all welcome him and hopefully he hits the ground running. So Oduor did say, I'm excited, this is a huge club with a great fan base, so I cannot wait to get going. I'm here to hopefully help us get back up the leagues. It's a 3-year contract, so I'm just looking forward to keep kicking on here. I signed for Barnsley 4 years ago and have a decent level of experience, very similar to the level of experience that Tolaji Bola had, having a loan spell at Rochdale. I think it won, played a little amount at Rotherham, which is a concern because he didn't have the best spell at City, but again, he didn't really have the most game time, so hopefully that's something that Oduor gets and can kick on from, like he says. It has been good to go out on loan and find a little bit more out about the league, so I feel I am ready to enjoy my time here. My game is about excitement. I like to get on the ball a lot and make things happen, creating chances for myself and my teammates. That is what I am all about. Hopefully I can get the fans off their seats. It's a fresh start for me, something new, it feels good. I cannot wait to meet the lads and get going. So if you're just reading that for the first time without knowing anything about Clarke Oduor, is that you would just assume he's a left winger, someone who wants to get off your seat, someone who wants to create chances, but he's a left back, which causes some concern because is he any good defensively? Is he going to get caught out? Which makes me think maybe we're going to play a 5 at the back, a 3 at the back, and he'll be that left wing back who wants to get forward and bomb on. And he's got someone behind him, Critchell hopefully, who can protect him with that centre-back's pace, so we don't get caught out too much. But Mark Hughes did say we are delighted to have secured the services of Clarke as our first new signing of the summer. He is a versatile, dynamic player who will bring a lot of different attributes to our squad, having already amassed a great deal of experience at both club and international level at a young age. I think he did play 1 game for Kenya. His time at Barnsley, playing in both the Championship and League 1, coupled with an impressive loan spell at Hartlepool last season, shows the threat he carries as well as his ability to play at a higher level. We are looking forward to having him meet up with the rest of the squad, and I hope you will join me in wishing him a warm welcome to Bradford City. We will, but I'm sure he will get a bit of criticism and there's a bit of pessimism around him as well, not quite cutting it at the level, and I do wish him well when he plays for City. He basically said the same on Twitter and Instagram as well, basically saying can't wait to start my new challenge at Bradford City, massive club going in the right direction and a fresh start for me to show everyone what I can do. Really excited to play in front of fans at Bradford and give my all for them. So it does look like he has had a bit of trouble getting a bit of game time, maybe a bit like Harry Lewis as well, who was an early signing in the summer, someone who couldn't quite get playing consistently at a club and we're going on a couple of loan spells but not too many and cutting it. Hopefully we can give him confidence in giving him much needed game time, and hopefully he can hit the ground running. Because he does look like a player who's got bags of ability, he just needs to be able to show it. Judging by a few people's comments and former fans of his clubs, couldn't get in our team and we sent him back early, didn't think he was awful when he played but you should be looking at better players. Another comment did go and say, was good here in his first season but fell out of favour shortly after and never really looked good when he did play after that. Hope he gets his career back on track, though he's a top player on his day. That was coming from a Barnsley fan. A Leeds fan said, good luck Clarke. Bradford, you have a very good player on your books. Obviously hard to gauge for them because he played for them at such a young age. Hopefully he can find his feet here and prove what he can do. Shame it didn't work out at Barnsley for him. Another Barnsley fan, good move for him to be honest. Hopefully you can get the best out of him. Hartlepool fan said, unlucky lads. So very mixed comments, some obviously saying that he wasn't very good at Hartlepool, but like I said, I think it is a case of maybe in the right group of players around him, where I think different to that City, we seem to have a really good environment in the dressing room, and it could be playing styles as well. Maybe he had to defend more, maybe as a left back and he didn't quite suit that, and he played as a winger and maybe he didn't quite have the physicality to play so high up there. A few fans have said he's played in many different positions and he's struggling in fact to find his feet in a certain position. So hopefully, like I said before, and I'm probably repeating myself, maybe we need to give him a set position, give him confidence, and hopefully he can express himself at Valley Parade. Obviously we've had some loan spells that haven't worked out this last season. Clarke did work out but didn't at certain other clubs. Maybe same applies with Clarke Oduor. And also another thing to take into account is we have had some bad loan signings in the last season. Obviously Costello, Nevers, Howard all didn't work out. Many other signings didn't work out as well. When you look at Oduor, Oliver, players who haven't quite worked yet but they could this next season. Jake Young as well. A few of them were on 3-year deals. So hopefully it works out for him. Hopefully we've done our research into him as well. Obviously, I think we could have even been looking at him last summer, and then Hartlepool move maybe helped us decide that he's definitely the player we want. So hopefully we've got it right. I do have faith in the scouting team at the minute, but if we get a couple wrong this summer, then questions have got to be asked. It is a risk of a signing, but I do hope that he does well, and I do welcome at City. So welcome aboard Clarke Oduor on this rollercoaster ride of playing for Bradford City. Hopefully he does see out his 3-year deals and hopefully he's a success. We'll probably get a few Kenyan supporters as well, so maybe that could be a good thing commercially. Like the video if you did, subscribe if you're new, approaching 150 subscribers now. Have a good one.